So in today's video, we'll explore how you can still be a millionaire even with low income. Do these 6 things and you have a real shot at ending up as a millionaire. And once you understand all 6, I'll share a bonus 7th step, which will ensure that you remain consistent with this plan with the right accountability and the help and support that you need. We have seen massive increase in inequality in America. So it's natural to feel that if you have low income, there is no hope. But you do not need to feel miserable or unfulfilled just because you have low income. Low income should only be a stepping stone to higher income. And you know what? You can still be whatever you want, whoever you want, despite that peanut wage or salary. But yes, if your income is low, you need to be extra careful and smart about how you plan your money and your life. The first thing that you need to do is to start early or start now. One fatal flaw of humans is our tendency to procrastinate. We put off saving for retirement, finding our dream job, or doing things that will bring us financial happiness simply because we think there is always a tomorrow. We have all the time in the world. When we are young, we tend to forget that time is always ticking and slipping by fast. However, the truth is that as a low salary earner, one of the most powerful assets that you have is time. And you must use time to its full potential. The power of compound interest is such that the sooner you start putting your money to work, the lesser you will have to save each month to reach your goals. For instance, if you start at age 23, you only have to save $14 a day and you will end up as a millionaire by the time you retire at the age 67. And this is assuming only a conservative 6% rate of return on your investments. On the other hand, if you decide to start only at age 35, now you have to save more than double, $30 a day, to reach the same $1 million figure by the age 67. Don't push things off or spend money carelessly today, thinking that you can flip a switch tomorrow or next month or next year. Start building financial momentum now by establishing money-saving habits, curbing your spending, and employing sound financial principles in your day-to-day life. According to this article, 70% of retirees would tell their younger self to start saving earlier. Don't wait till you're old. Take my advice today and start now. The second thing to do is to understand that a frugal life can still be enjoyable. While earning a low salary, you must be diligent in your savings to grow your wealth. But being frugal does not mean that your life has to be boring. Sadly, many people see those who are frugal and simply careful with their money as just that, boring. But that need not be true for you. To be frugal simply means you avoid waste and do not spend money unnecessarily. Just keep in your mind that you earn low and still have a target to be a millionaire. You can balance living a comfortable life while still saving a good amount of money. There are plenty of ways to entertain yourself without wasting a ton of money, like sitting at home and watching Netflix instead of going to the movie theaters, or spending time with family and friends at the backyard barbecue instead of the bar. You would agree that most of the activities mentioned offer rich experiences that could rival buying an expensive car or a fancy watch. Therefore, while earning a lower income, your path to riches may require you to be financially responsible. But that does not mean your life has to be boring. This is exactly what Grant Sabatier from Millennial Money did. He writes in his bestseller book that in just 5 years, he went from having just $2.26 in his bank account to $1 million. The self-made millionaire says that the single biggest hack that he did to grow his wealth is to ensure making daily deposits into his investment account. He started with a goal of setting aside at least $50 a day, but some days he could only manage $5, but he rarely missed a day. Soon, his daily goal of $50 became his bare minimum. He started setting aside $50, then $70, then $80, and then $100 a day. And then his side hustle started taking off, he had more money, and he started setting aside $500 a day. That led to an accelerated path to that 1 million. Today, despite becoming a millionaire, Sabatier still makes a daily deposit of at least $200. The third step is setting smart goals. Whether you are earning $1 million a year or just a fraction of that, having financial goals is essential to your success. Goals are beneficial for multiple reasons. First, Having goals allows you to set a detailed path for your financial success, which reduces the time wasted trying to maneuver towards your financial achievement. Second, they act as motivation, especially when reviewed regularly. But what separates the use of goals by those who become rich and an average person is that those who become rich, they understand the use of SMART goals can exponentially increase their achievements. One way to increase the chances of achieving your goals is to use the SMART goal framework. This method requires your goals to be specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. So here is an example that contrasts a regular financial goal with a SMART goal. Regular goal, increase my savings. SMART goal, save and invest $6,000 over a period of 12 months by investing regularly with my money manager. Grant Cardone recommends crunching numbers to see what it takes to reach the magic seven figure or your personal goal. He writes in the Millionaire booklet how to get super rich. For any goal to be achievable, you must believe in its possibility as a realistic and doable goal. The way to do this is simply by doing $1 million math. How many different ways can you collect $1 million? If you can figure out a way to have 5,000 people buy your $200 product, you would have 1 million. Or if the same 5,000 people agree to pay you $17 a month for a period of 12 months, you will still have your million. Of course, these examples are highly simplified, but the point still stands. Do the math to create the possibility and then create the strategy. That's the Grant Cardone mantra. You can upgrade your SMART goals by automating your finances. Once you have committed to investing your money, the easiest way to stick with it over time is to make it automatic. It simply means that you have money set aside to be taken directly out of your paycheck or your checking account every month and moved into your investment account even before you get to see it. It worked for the self-made millionaire Chris Renning, who crossed the threshold of 1 million at the age 35 and retired at age 37. He says that automating your finances is one tiny habit that leads to wealth, and it also saves your time and energy. See, once you automate your savings and investments, you don't have to spend mental energy making these decisions every day. You don't really have to think, how much I can invest? Do I have money to buy this? How much my savings should be? What I should invest in? Just think about these once, make your investment decisions, and then automate everything. If you want to build wealth, you have to have a specific plan and hard deadlines. You are a low wage earner. So possibilities are that you have already progressed well into your career, but you haven't achieved any big title yet. You're not the CEO of the company. You have not invented anything that can make you millions. Luckily, fancy job titles are not the ones that actually make people rich. Well, they do work for some people, but does your lack of owning a large company means lack of wealth? Certainly not. It's possible to build wealth without having a huge income. It's just that without a big income, it takes a little bit more planning and organization. One key to building wealth is to keep a track of your net worth. Your net worth is different from your income because net worth includes your assets and your debts. To build true wealth, you need to increase your assets while simultaneously decreasing your debt. Some example of assets could be home or even a car that you own free and clear. So how can you do this and get yourself on track for building wealth? The best way is to cut back on the big three expenses: housing, transport, and food. After all, the average American spends 78% of their annual income on transportation, food, shelter, and taxes. If you can reduce those spending, that's where big time savings will come. But don't just push up your saving rate and relax. Put those savings to work. As Grant Cardone says, investing your money is the only way to get super rich. The only reason to save money is to one day be able to invest that money. Once you start being prudent with savings, you may have some money left over. It's easy to start spending that money on things that you want, but may not necessarily need. Trust me, I know. What's the first thing that you want to do when you get the big pay raise at work? Planning your next vacation, of course. That is known as lifestyle creep. That's when you start spending more as your income or savings increase. But to start building wealth, you must do proactive planning with that discretionary income. Sincerely speaking, Spending money on things like clothes or big vacations is not going to build your wealth, particularly when you have low income. So, if you're looking to build actual wealth, you'll need to start spending your discretionary income on paying down debt or investing in assets. Ideally, both. Even before your paycheck comes, you need to budget yourself. Stop thinking about this money, the extra money, as discretionary and start thinking of it as a measure of building your wealth. It may be a good idea to allow yourself a very small portion of this extra money for things that you need, your desires. But ensure that majority of this extra money is going towards building wealth. This process will take some time, but trust me, down the line when you see millions in your bank account, you'll be much more happier than if you would have bought new clothes every month. Clothes are not wealth. Money is wealth. Don't forget it. The last but most important thing to do is to get a financial advisor. See, it doesn't matter if you are on a low income but working on a very strategic plan to become wealthy, or if you have already accumulated significant wealth and trying to protect and grow it. You do need a financial advisor. Remember, your primary job is to make money, and developing that skill is hard enough. So it's likely that you won't have the other skill, which is what to do with this money, how best to protect and grow it. A good financial advisor would be able to look at your specific situation and help you craft strategies for savings and investments to help you progress towards your own financial goals. They can also be a very powerful ally during market downturns. They can counsel you and help you avoid costly financial mistakes like selling when the markets are down. You need this coach to guide you and keep you accountable to yourself. Try to find a fee-only advisor who will charge you a flat hourly fee and not a percentage of the assets that they manage for you. They should not be earning commissions for selling you substandard financial products. Unfortunately, many financial advisors do. Make sure they're certified by CFPB. That will ensure that they're up to date on all regulations and follow ethical money handling. Ensure that you are comfortable with your financial advisor and don't feel bad about changing them if necessary. Saving money can be tricky, but it's worth sacrificing your unnecessary expenses. If you start saving early and start putting away all discretionary income into savings, the payoff down the line is going to be huge. Get the required help with your finances and you'll set yourself to be a millionaire when you retire. We have come to the end of this video. Please try to put what you have learned into practice and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.